Is it recording? Yeah. The epitome of defeat as a sibling is hearing one of your parents yell out, "Say I'm sorry!" Because then you've got to look your brother or sister in the face and be like, "I'm sorry!" What? I said I'm sorry! This is a story about how I became the worst brother of all time. So my family, which consisted of my parents, my older brother, myself, and my younger sister, used to live in a place called Effingham, South Carolina. Yeah, it's a real place. Google it. First, we used to live in Birmingham, Alabama, and then the ham got burped, and then it just became Effingham. No? I'm here all week, tip your waitresses. Effingham, South Carolina is a little ways from Florence, South Carolina, and we lived in a couple of houses in that area. One house that we stayed in was a beautiful country-style 2-story house that had a horse pasture in the front and the back, a barn to the side, and like a lake right behind it. It was beautiful. And this was the first time our family had ever stayed in a 2-story house, or as I like to call it, a house with stairs. I think that's how I sounded saying stairs back then. I was about 7 or 8, and my younger sister was 3 years younger than me, and her, myself, and my older brother Phil all stayed upstairs in our house. Now, this is what I used to do to get downstairs. I would stand at the staircase, which was just a straight shot, and I would take my shirt off. And I would lay down on my stomach and I would slide down the staircase. And I would get there, put my shirt back on, and then I'd eat dinner with my family because I'm savage. So every single day I do this. And sometimes I would just go up and slide down on my stomach for fun. Until one day, my brother wasn't home, my dad was at work. It was just my mom, my sister Lydia, and myself. And my mom was like, "Shama, I'm gonna run an errand to our landlord's house," who literally lived like 3 minutes away. And she was like, my mom was like, "Watch your sister." My mom's very African. I'm from Africa. So my mom was like, "Watch your sister. Don't do anything dumb." I don't know if she said that, but she probably did. Knowing me, she probably said something like that. So I was like, yeah, whatever. So I was in my room. My sister was in her room upstairs. And I was like, I'm going to get something to drink. So I walked to the staircase, took my shirt off, stood there because I'm savage. And my sister walks up and she was like, "I want to slide down too." And I was like, "No, you don't." And she was like, "Yeah, I do." And she was young at the time, so this wasn't weird, I promise. I was like, "Okay, whatever, take your shirt off." And so my sister takes her shirt off, and I was like, "All right, just watch me and do what I'm doing." So I slide down. You had to slide down with your shirt in your hand, or else you'd have to walk back up and slide back down. That was like a math to this, all right? I figured it out. So I slid down, put my shirt back on, and I was like, "All right, slide down." So she gets down on her stomach, clenching her shirt, starts sliding down. Halfway down, she starts screaming bloody murder because she's getting carpet burn. She's like, I'm like, slide down? It's the only way. It's the only way down is sliding down. And real talk, about halfway down, she's not even sliding on carpet anymore. She is sliding on her tears. Like she's created a slip and slide on our staircase. And finally, she reaches the ground, just laying flat on her stomach like a scuba diver who just got saved up out of the sea. And I was like, I gotta flip her. She stopped crying. I was like, I think everything's fine. So I had to flip my sister over like a pancake. So I walk over. I'm in awe. I flip my sister over like a tortilla. I flip her over, and she's clenching her shirt, and she just flops over, and her front, all her front, just raw, just white meat, like a turkey on Thanksgiving, just blizzard white, raw chest, stomach area. And she starts crying, and I'm like, oh my, ew, hey, where are your skin at? Where'd your chest skin go? Did you leave it on the stairs? I look over, it's tumbleweeding by like, boing, boing. I'm just kidding. I made that part up. But her stomach was raw. So it got very quiet because she hadn't noticed. And then she looked down and then started screaming at the top of her lungs. Like, Wah! I like muffled her. Like, shut up. Mom's gonna be back. For some odd reason, I didn't know that my mom, like, she wasn't gonna heal in time for my mom to find out. Like, in my mind, I was like, I can fix this. Wah! So long story short, I diffused my sister's crying with duct tape. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. That would really make me a terrible person if I did. I see my mom pull in. She walks in the door. My sister looks at her with just tears down her face and lifts up her shirt. And my mom's like, what did you do? Shama, what did you do? Oh my God. So when my mom heard both sides of the story, mine being the most true, I do declare, she was like, Shama, tell your sister you are sorry. And I was like, well, I didn't do it. She did it to herself. And she was like, God dang it, I'm sorry. And then I got another beating from my dad for not only making my sister do something that she wasn't supposed to do, but also for smart talking my mom. So the worst part about this story is my mom had to rub some special ointment on my sister's chest and stomach area for a whole month, twice a day, at the dinner table for some odd reason, like breakfast and at dinner. And she would just deadpan look at me the whole time, silently, her and my sister, and she'd just be like, like her eyes were just saying like you did this. You did this to her. So every single day, twice a day, and anytime my sister felt the slightest discomfort, I'd be like, I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry when I did it, or when you earlier. So to recap, I misled my sister, caused her to have one of the worst injuries she's ever had. My parents beat me. I was forever forbidden from sliding down a staircase, shirtless or shirt on. And my mom never trusted me to babysit my sister ever again. So even though I sort of lost, I won. Am I going to end on that? I think I'm going to end on that. Yes!
Shama.
Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram.